Sherlock Holmes the Awakened. Experience a nerve-wracking Lovecraftian adventure, rebuilt from the ground up with modern graphics and gameplay. Become Sherlock Holmes and find yourself at the heart of a terrifying Cthulhu mythos as you investigate a series of mysterious disappearances in Europe and the US. Excuse me. It is very positive, and mostly positive. Way around. Oh god, that looks terrifying. Came out just over a year ago, and I have wanted it ever since. As soon as I heard it, I was like, hell yeah! Like, I like Sherlock Holmes, but I've never cared to play the games of Sherlock Holmes. Same with like Hercule Poirot and all that kind of stuff. Like watching movies, don't care for games, but when it's got Cthulhu in it and Lovecraftian stuff, I gotta play it, right? So yeah, I bought it because it's on the summer sale. The dev is Frogwares Games, which have also made Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, which I have heard is really good, and The Sinking City, as well as a bunch of other games that are all pretty decent. I don't even know where The Sinking City is, but yeah, there's a DLC for it. Yeah, The Sinking City was fantastic, and they've got a second one coming. So that will be another game that I'll be playing at some point soon, whenever that comes out. That is sort of 65% off. I really hope this game is good, because, yeah, I've set the next 3 hours for it. 2 to 3 hours, I should say. So I very much hope it's good, because then it'll just be an awesome game to play on stream every Wednesday. I had the driving horror game, but there's just so much that I need to do off stream. The Shadow over London, Chapter 1, Baker Street. Yeah, there's just so much to do in that other game that I just can't get around to it in my own time to then stream the story when I get around to it. So, kind of having a hiatus from that.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. A newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Alright, I had a little bit of stuttering, but it's hard to tell if that's just the game just revving up. The game is to walk around, interact with objects with left click. Hold to inspect. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hilde. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps. As a result of the unexplained disappearances of Princess Hilde, there's probably some kind of accent to that, if it's Swedish, personal bodyguard. The long-time member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade.
Local
well,
gossip,
shit.
All of it uninteresting.
Oh, I thought it was interesting. Okay, then, that's just me, then.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
I mean, yeah.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
It's ready day today. What addresses? We'll put it on the casebook with C. Navigate to the wardrobe tab. Oh. Navy officer uniform. Can I just do this? Sherlock's overcoat. That looks nice. Let's just click on all of them to. Okay. Windcoat. A storm is coming. Like everything Ukrainian, bold, durable, and unbeatable. Interesting. Alright, well, it's stormy, apparently, so... I love the hair, so I'm probably not going to go with any of these. Though, of course, the classic. But I do love the hair. Don't need glasses. Well, that was too quick. Yeah, I don't think I need a beard on him. The hair's a bit fuzzy anyway. Jesus. Fake bruises? You should have seen the other guy. Okay. Oh, and this is Watson. Ah, interesting. And put on a hat. Oh. It wanted me to put on a hat. Okay. I thought it just wanted me to change into thing. So, of course I'm going like that. Wait, does Watson need a hat too? Whoa, what the fuck? He can't just throw that at me. That's disgusting. What the hell am I doing? I'm looking for... Now the question is, where is the dustbin? Is it this? It is this.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
What?
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Oh, that's madness.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Yes, little
Sorry,
one.
Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
You prick, you
Last.
just said you
Then
had
why
some.
are you still here?
Boss pays by
Yeah,
the hour.
fuck off.
No sense in returning early.
Okay, fair enough. That's actually... No, I salute you for that one. What happened to my newspaper?
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise, and all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings.
I'm sure. I don't know if I have any more shillings.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
You've got a new question in your Mind Palace. Open the casebook. See? Is this the Mind Palace? Whoa. Who ruined the Strand? Watson, it was from Mr. Barnes, the bookseller who prefers to deliver himself. Attached to the book is Barnes' business card, which includes the address of some of his stores around the corner. Now select the relevant piece
Get
of
the
evidence.
Strand! Get your copy!
Deduce the answer. Okay, that's happening. The newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books, and this morning Miss Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. A cactus spine for assassination, a loud bang, a visit to Mr. Barnes is in order.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not
In
every pawn
evidence
knows
for
it's
quick
part of the
access
game.
to the
Get the
information from your
Strand!
case book.
Get your
Open
copy
the
of the
case
Strand here!
book with C. Pin the evidence with the bookshop photo by pressing X.
Get the Strand! Get your copy of the Strand here!
Question is, which way am I going? What? There it is, okay. C, and then... Bags under oils, the effects of overwork. You're not going to let me see his hands because there's something's happened. Excuse me? Oh, okay. Ink. Newspaper ink. Leans heavily on his right leg. There's one more thing. High heels. Wants to look taller. Interesting. Okay, Mr. Barnes has large bags under his eyes, the result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Mr. Barnes is being threatened by someone and might be involved in a plot against me. Oh, interesting. Jesus Christ. Okay, so then there's the workaholic, which is Barnes has developed a limp and has large bags under his eyes, the result of long, intense work. He's not confident. He's not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems likely that such a person would be involved. Unlikely, even if the ink on his hand suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. Fuck, I don't know. I feel like maybe workaholic because of the eyes. I'm gonna go blackmail.
Mr. Barnes?
I don't know if
word.
that's right.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Blackmail?
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you coming.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself.
I'm gonna actually increase the audio a little bit. Oh, safe.
Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Press C to highlight interactive. Is that a oh my god, there's a dog. Hello.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Oh, he's such a good boy.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
So he could have slipped and fallen.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Oh, catalogue of exotic plants on Barnes' counter. The name of the catalogue reads Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love. Interesting.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
What all these numbers I'm getting.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer.
Okay. So I can move back and forth.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
I ain't seeing anything else that I can interact with.
I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them. Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Interesting. Usually for work attire, just a little fan. Yeah. Distant look avoids eye contact or distracted. No makeup for beauty or concealment. Honoring deceased husband. Treasure shoes upon arrival. Fucking hell. So, still grieving, Miss Fleming uses makeup to hide her tear-stained cheeks. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for outside work. Her shoes show no trace of mud. She must have changed them on when she arrived. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her gaze always stares off into the distance, revealing her emotional detachment. That sounds good, to be honest. So this is ready to move on. Miss Fleming wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. Her shoes show no trace of mud. She has changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the streets, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone. While Miss Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she is trying to move on, as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone else's attention, or simply because she has learnt to love herself again. I think the still grieving one sounds a little bit better, because before it doesn't distant look, avoiding eye contact or distracted. It doesn't say, like, that's saying the distant look, while this one's saying constantly darting the streets, while this one says that she is yeah, she's always staring off into the distance. I think it's that, just because of that. I don't know how this game works when it comes to picking these, but yeah.
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh, no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another.
So I think I got it wrong, but it was okay that I got it wrong. It wasn't something major. What the fuck?
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Interesting. Claims she doesn't know how the cactus appeared on her display. She went for a break and then came back. It was there. I don't know.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know anything about this, sorry. I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Shall I just go through all of them until she says something?
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
She says she knows nothing about the dead flowers, but hopes the bouquet is for her.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Interesting. I want to pat the dog.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
Especially for someone who sells plants. Okay, so I need to connect dots. So that's items, observations, documents. So I'm gonna go with the lowest to the highest kind of thing. So observations, why is Barnes acting so strangely? Maybe he's in love. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm legit going for that at the moment. Just he's in love. Oh, that got rid of them. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, that is so good. I'm so glad that, like, if you get it wrong, it keeps the right things and it switches over. Okay, we'll go Dead Flowers on display. Fuck, there's so many here. There we go. Got a second time, which is alright. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Miss Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he offered from the catalogue on his counter. Questionable choice, but for Barnes a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalogue presents these cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the strand outside now. God, that, yeah, okay, that makes so much sense.
Think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
And now he's dead. Okay.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right, then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That...
Playing a big game.
Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Help answer with his mobile. I should probably read this. Okay. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night, with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitness reports seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
This game ain't bad though. Got it from the devs last year and had a blast with it. God damn it, you got it from the
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems.
I'm hoping I get Sinking City 2
Forgive me.
from the devs.
Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different
But who
animal.
knows?
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
I finally got the rights back. Yeah, the second one's coming out, so yeah, I can't wait for that. The first one was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. What the fuck was that noise? Where am I going? Stenwick Manor. I'm there. Oh, so it's just here?
Not much further now.
Yeah, let me save it before I get into anything.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. When life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find him here breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimmy here.
What the fuck? Where did he come?
He's
What?
foreign. A Maori,
Why is he just walking
all
around?
the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Oh, that sounds great. What's he doing?
When did you last see your
He's just
servant?
doing laps.
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
What are you doing, bud? What are you doing, bud?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimmy here may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Yuck.
Did Kimmy here make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimmy here has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look
God,
around the
that's
Go ahead.
that's
I'll be
horrible.
here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Good old slavery, right? Alright. The fuck am I doing now? What is that?
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed.
The tool
thinking
shed,
of
right.
Someone.
Yeah, I don't care for this guy, but let's go and help the Maori. Love Maoris, but that is mainly because I do live in Australia, so like they are my neighbours. What is this?
Chewing tobacco.
What is dust?
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
God, I hate when there's just nothing obvious. Like, there's this I don't know what this thing is. What? Why? I don't know why it doesn't let me see that. Maybe I have to check something else. Watson? Where did you go? Concentrate. For fuck's sake, Watson. Concentration helps you pick up smaller details about the world around you. When you see a wavy green circle, press Q to observe the object more closely. Don't forget to pin the relevant evidence. Some clues won't be visible without it. Nail print hiding?
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
How did you get through that door? The fuck is this? With enough clues, Sherlock can can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Press Q to see imagination notes. Interesting. Parallel tracks, wheels.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
It wants me to pin stuff, but I'm not too sure what I want to pin. Is that a face?
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here. A small navy spyglass.
Okay.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? Button chops. The remains of a meal. The ashes are long since cold. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me
Cthulhu.
chills.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Interesting.
A scrap of Hessian.
I can only move from there to there.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
So if I go into here, do I have stuff? I do. Okay, where does Kimia's trail lead? don't know. Z.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. No air coming through it.
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
I think he got attacked.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Interesting. So I can pin these ones. So can I check?
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous. This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it. This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head...
I'm wondering if I can talk to the captain about these things. I'm just wondering if I can I connect this now, or do I need more to connect? Because Jesus Christ. Let's go with that. Yeah, they're all wrong. Oh. They're all wrong. They're all wrong. That's right, though. Well, I don't have any more blues, so yeah, so I did need more stuff.
Tail of it.
That's fine, that's fine. Let's go back to him. I'm sure I can ask him questions. It's a nice little place he's got.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
What a prick. Says that only... Yep.
Where on earth are you going with this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Is this spyglass from...
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. Where on earth are you going with this?
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
So, yeah, so someone has taken him out.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Yeah. Okay. I think it actually might be the spyglass, but I'm not too sure. Maybe just clues in Stoneworks Garden? Like, that doesn't... Maybe? Or maybe this? No, okay. Let's go with that. So it's this one. There's still no blue. So I'm still wrong with this. So what other things can I get from this? Oh, hello. Okay, so... someone was chewing tobacco. So... could... Oh, am I setting these out together? Oh, what's happening here? So if I go... just trying to... Because the person has... yeah, someone has fallen over, their face has landed in the... and imprinted. They've dropped their item. So it is this it's the random person potentially dragging him off. Well, these two don't make much sense. Maybe he did that to knock him out. It wouldn't be him, so it'd be a random person. But what's the third one? That would make more sense. So he's using his spyglass to spy on this person, even though he's kind of in the same fucking area. Like, it's not that far away.
This disappearance is intriguing, though. I cannot make head nor tail.
I just don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Why are you still here?
It says pin evidence, but I don't know what the point of pinning that evidence is. I don't know what I'm doing. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Help? Questions shown the mind plans. Answer all questions to progress to the next chapter. Hi. What? That's a great example of something that I'm missing. I'm pretty sure I'm missing two like imagination thingos, but I can't fucking see them. So what? Press to activate concentration in order to, inside small spheres will appear near important clues. But how do I... You can pin evidence casebook. This icon indicates that you must pin the evidence to proceed. You can also pin evidence from HUD. Press to pin evidence without opening. To use concentration and then use the icon and the... Oh, do I need to... So I need... Hello. Oh my god, there we go.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
I think that would be right. The log near the shacks are in shambles if someone had dropped them. There are similar tracks near the shack. Garden cart usually kept under the rain. Okay. So now I need to pin this evidence. Okay, so that's where I got stuck. So you need to pin evidence so you can unlock specific clues. So now that I've got this, I need to go to, like, I don't know, something here. Oh my god, how did I not see that? So there's a new one for this. Okay, I can assume that someone watched Kimia from a distance. They have plugged the hole, which has knocked him out. They've carried him away, but he was quite heavy. They tripped over and fell. They dropped their spyglass. He's heavy, so they got the wheelbarrow kind of thing, and then got out.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Okay. I got there in the end. It's just the reason why I didn't get there was because I didn't realize I had to pin each of these things. So I need to understand what is happening with each of these clues. So this means I can chat to someone about it. I need to remember all of those clues. Okay, can I do this? No, I can't. Fuck. Turn on. Yeah, got there in the end. Took a little bit of time, but it's fine. It's 3 hours.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimmer here was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimmer here's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimmer here, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Now look here, you cunt.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
I'm gonna slog you one. Can I do this now? No, I can't. Okay. Alrighty. This... It wants me to pin something. That's what that is. I fear I'm going the wrong way. There are tracks, but they're too small. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Roy Soulsby. That be the name of our man. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimmer here's cart, I gather. Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. A large pile of horse droppings. Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Interesting. Okay. Fuck off. I honestly not too sure. I just have to keep going through each of these things. Well, it can't be any of these. It legit can't be any of those. Okay, so am I missing something? What's this? What are notable features about the abductor? Well, there's the spyglass, and there's the sailor's knot. So well, actually no, there's also the calling card. Fuck, okay, okay, they're right. Would that just... No, yeah, no, that wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be any of these. I feel like I haven't gotten everything that I need. Oh, no, okay. Footprints. Oh, the footprints. Right, yeah. Particular knot, a spyglass, and the footprints of a working man's boot. Working man's boot. Fuck, I completely forgot about that. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimia's abductor is a sailor. So then we go back to here. Observations. Abductor is a sailor. We now know that Kimia's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimia, we must head to the port of London. There is no time to lose. It is vital that we find a cab to the port of London immediately.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall? The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Hello, good sir. Well, I think I'm finished. What? Is there anything else? Like, I don't... I don't think there's anything else to do. Yes?
Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
I find it interesting so far. I've only played about an hour of it. The Blood Red Knight. Chapter 2. Port of London. It's the Mind Pass. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm finding it interesting so far. I've just had to learn all of the investigation things that I need to know. And it does sometimes can take a bit for my... I don't remember
Mr.
everything
Holmes,
that happens.
What a compelling mystery we have stumbled
all the
upon.
time.
Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I do not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. Question remains, why abduct Kimmer here?
You're right, mate. Sherlock can ask bystanders about a piece of evidence, press C to open the casebook, pin the evidence, X, and then speak to someone. Try it now with a calling card. Okay. So I'm going to here.
May I ask you something?
I think I can help you.
The man usually wanders close to the dockyard. Okay.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Interesting.
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse. Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
Oh, God. My buttocks. Oh, okay.
Are you familiar with a Roy Salisbury?
Roy Salisbury? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
She's pregnant. The barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and a pale face indicate lack of proper nutrition, however. She clearly has yet to know of her pregnancy, as she keeps wearing her usual clothes, which are too tight for her. She tries hiding the pregnancy. The barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and blah 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 blah. She tries to hide. Is that a fucking cat? Okay. I thought that was a child for a second there. She tries hiding her swollen belly by wearing trousers that are too tight for her. I think I'm just going to say unaware. Because there's just more evidence to it. Barmaid is yes.
Miss, what if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
So I was wrong again. Fuck. This is bullshit.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
I just don't understand how I get it so confused, so messed up. I don't know. I don't understand how I get those wrong.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Could you help me?
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry, I know nothing.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
May I ask for your assistance? I think I can help you.
People say that Mr. Soapsy may have gone to watch the ship that exploded yesterday. Third pier. Where the fuck's the third pier? Is that legit? Is it legit third pier? So this is 1, 2, 3. Pier 3, there we go.
Excuse me, just one question.
No, sir. I never heard of it.
Okie dokie.
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy...
Oh, not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Now, where was I?
Corrupt officer thief. Okay. Let's get this wrong. He is English blood, around 5'5", and has an average build. His lack of muscle tone implies that he is hardly strong. Mr. Soulsby does not seem to look like him. He is a abductor. His left palm bears several stamp ink stains. Some letters remain visible with HM. Apparently, Mr. Soulsby is the customs officer. He holds a brand new Walton Hillside watch in his pocket. Only a corrupt customs officer can afford such a thing. Okay. His left palm bears several stamps. Yeah, apparently Mr. is the customs officer. He holds a brand new watch in his pocket. He can never afford such a thing, so he may have stolen it. Fuck, so basically he's either stolen the watch if he's a customs officer and he was there, maybe he's the corrupt officer and that's how they paid him. I don't know.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
What's the numbers on the side? I don't... Hang on. What's the numbers on the side? What the fuck are the numbers on the side? I don't... Is it this thing? Okay, what is this thing? Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, I need a lot more for that. But why don't I just... I can't do it anyway. Oh well. I may as well connect these dots. Where is Kimia's testimony? Foreign woman disappearance. No. Looking forward to seeing how people like the Samantha vid. No. We'll never know because no one ever comments. Yeah. I mean, hopefully people like it. I don't know. some people do sometimes. I need to look at the videos. I haven't actually checked properly. Missing for a week, please. Ask Dyer in Port Shantytown, Red Road over my house. I think I walked past it before, I'm not too sure. Yeah, even song titles and movie videos, games, show titles for that matter don't capitalize names. Yeah. Guess I'll start trying to put more effort into that. I have no idea where I'm going. Shantytown. Red rags over the front.
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Yes. I think that's also capitalizing Lord and Rings because it's something like important. It's a naming thing because the rings are like the name of the like a specific thing, and then the Lord is a naming, so you capitalize that. But yeah.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the shrine. I tried to sell it to buy Amma medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
What I'll also try and do at least, I obviously need to like post about every one of the videos that put up, but also I've always been wanting to do like Throwback Thursdays, where I like on Twitter or something like that, I just post like a random older video that might help get traction or something like that. I'm not too sure.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Do some throwback vids as well, like play games you never covered background. It's true. It's hard to not too sure what I haven't covered, that's the thing. And I feel like when it comes to that kind of stuff, it would have to be something like if it was like a throwback, it would just be like, I've severely gone the wrong way. It would have to be a big game, like if I'd never played Outlast or something like that. I've done that, and they seem to do pretty well. Home Sweet Home vid got still getting views to this day. Nice. See, once my videos get the impressions from YouTube, that's it. They never make more views. So that's why I try to switch up like the playlists and stuff. But yeah.
What are you gawping at?
I don't know why it skips that every now and then.
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up.
Alright.
That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while.
Do I just fucking run all the way back to the boy? Jesus Christ, what? Yeah. Some videos do keep going a little bit, because I do remember, like, there is a page that you can see what all the latest views are and whatever. And sometimes you just think, how did this random video get an extra 20 views in the last few days? Like, what the fuck happened there? I guess it is just YouTube trying to promote your videos and then seeing if they go anywhere. But I think it's because people search for the game, like when I want to watch a playthrough or something, it's never something recent, it's always... Yeah.
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick.
I'm missing something here. The local clinic. I'm assuming that's where I need to go. Every once in a while, just get some random. Yeah. Interesting. What's this? Oh, this is just back here.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout, with a silver ball in place of a missing eye. Never heard of it. Doesn't look like anything to me. Doesn't look like anything to me. Never heard of it. Have you been drinking?
I'm assuming I don't. It says provide evidence.
What do you know about this
Okay,
poster?
it was the
Foreign
last
woman
fucking
asked
thing.
to put it up.
Much.
She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
Yeah, see, I like the new subs as well. But I just never seem to get that. Same with Twitch. I rarely get new followers from here. Though when I was playing Chainsaw Massacre, I was getting a bunch, which was interesting. But yeah. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Hello. Well, it wouldn't be the fucking barmaid, would it? But it has her testimony, so... Didn't I just click that? I swear to God, I just clicked that before and it was over here. What? What? Okay. Donny Summers is Khmer's kidnapper. It seems that Roy Soulsby could be Sims' accomplice. So does that open that, or... Well, I'm just going to click on these. It's not going to put me through, but... Yeah, no. That's good. Maybe I should try and promote the videos that have gotten subscribers lately, out of like random. Why do I keep going around this way? This is like the long way. Oh my god. I don't even actually know where I'm going. That's my phone telling me to go to bed. But I'll do another hour because I've enjoyed this and I'm wanting to try and play more of it. I'm not too tired, though it does kind of stop me from remembering everything that happens in this game. Have you played all of this, by the way, Kevin? You said you had a blast with it, but I don't know if you actually finished the game or not. So I need to go to Roy Soulsby. Oh. I swear to God you said you got this from the devs. Or are you talking about Sinking City? You're getting close to the point where I stopped it. Wait, you have not played it at all? No, you're getting close to the... So you've barely played it. No, you have not played it at all, because that just means you haven't opened the game. God damn it, Kevin. It's 1 AM. I can't be thinking about these things.
What are you gawping at?
I'm sorry, Kevin. See, look, okay, I must be getting tired because, yeah, I didn't read that properly. I legit thought you had said I had not played it at all. And then I was like, wait, but I remember this happening. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You can tell I'm tired. Yay.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
Why does it cut it off sometimes? What is the crime? Who is the criminal? Okay. What? It can only be did. Summers, according to her, Summers is a dangerous man who's best to be avoided. She has no idea where to find him. How exactly do I like select one of these? What's this? No one cares about that. This person's been missing for a week. This is the testimony for this. It doesn't get cut off. It's all in your head. You're no! No, I want to stay up. I want to play the game a little bit longer. Maybe another half an hour, I don't know. Maybe I'll just see if I can finish a chapter or something. The boy says that his brother Gervesh disappeared after a Soulsby, so that would be a part as well. So there's this.
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Ah.
I shall take my leave.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
Fuck. Okay, so it's not the boy's testimony.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
OMG! Die! Thank you. So indie horror tomorrow, yes. I will... No idea what the fuck I'm doing tomorrow. I'm hoping I can be productive. It really just depends on if I'm productive or not. I will... I'll check out the games you sent me, and I'll potentially record them off stream, something like that. Try and get as energetic as possible and all that kind of crap. Simply want more time to edit the recording. That's fine. You know, I'll give, because the thing is as well, I've still got the aquarium video from Japan that I need to put together. So that's a whole ass video just by itself there. And I was thinking about doing another one, but I don't think I will. I do need to take pictures of all the fucking stuff from Japan that I have and post on Instagram because people are interested in what I did get. Of course, it's been way too long. The faster you record them, the more time I have. Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I'll try and get some to you, but again, it really just depends on how productive I am tomorrow, because there's so many things I want to do, and so little time. Yeah. Okay. What is Soulsby's connection to the crime? It would be this, right?
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
What is Soulsby's secret? Would it be that? I think it would be, because it wouldn't be that. Yeah, sure.
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that, on my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He's a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Cornet also just need one more one more for next week. I might also do let's get that back up. Yeah, I'll try and at some point, maybe for next week, probably put the aquarium video up. That would probably be a good idea. Go to the warehouse district, or do I need to go to the bar? You still have some good yes. Yeah, no, I'll fix it up. Most likely is just gonna end up being me just shoving a bunch of just whatever videos are actually good from my GoPro together. Just as a quick, hey, this is my time at the Osaka Aquarium. Going too far. Can I ask her about it? Confront? Whoa.
We must go.
Oh, no. No chance of a...
I don't know why I'm confronting this person.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
What is the crime? Who is the criminal? That's the title. No, I'll basically name it exactly what it is, because that will be a decent enough title. Whatever the hell that is. But something about Osaka Aquarium. Fuck it.
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Yep.
Why do
I...
Okay, so wasn't that... Wait, where even is that? It's not even here anymore, okay.
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not
That is true,
surprised.
Karen, that is true.
So what?
How is the bartender connected to it? The fact that she's pregnant? According to him, Summers frequents the bar.
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
What is the bartender's secret? She's pregnant. She's pregnant. She's pregnant.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your silence. Everyone knows you happily served Summers and his crew. Should the police come knocking, you'll be the one going away. And none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summer's hired my private room. I think he
God
used it
damn
to
it,
recruit
Karen.
people. But I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key. Go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
It's a cat. Oh, there it is. Oh, you can't pet the cat. This game sucks. Am I going the right way? Nope. It must be on the other side.
5 shillings. That won't go far.
Should take it. Should steal it. Fresh scratches.
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
Ah, fair enough. The Parker and William Co. Manchester, blah blah blah. Okay. Is this where I can do this one? That one, that one, that one? Haha! I'm just expecting Charles Reed to turn up in this game. Dirty Summers has hired men for warehouse work specifically to carry crates of sailcloth. The abductees could still be inside the warehouse, which should be marked with red paint. Let's go! I don't know where the warehouse is. Doesn't really tell me unless I've been there. This would be the warehouse district, so I need to go across the way. I do wonder what the next game is gonna be like about and for and whatever, because there was multiple endings in the original. I believe. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Where the fuck am I?
Is this familiar to you?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
It said marked with red. Trying to keep going back to that area. There we go. Okay. Okay, warehouse is marked with red.
Unlikely that this warehouse has the goods.
Fuck you. I finally found one that had a red marking on it. Does this have a red marking? It does.
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
I don't actually know what sailcloth is, so that doesn't really help me much. There's like 10 of these warehouses and I have not found the right one yet. They'll either do the whole Walking Dead thing and base the story off of what ending you personally got, or pick a canon one and roll with it, or it's an alternative universe type thing. I'm assuming there is a specific ending that they had in mind that for the thing. So I think there was like a good ending or something. I'm not too sure. This is weird. Have I gone through everything? I can't remember. This one? It hasn't given me a tutorial for this, so I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, so the middle one needs to be huge. And same with the other one. Okay, so interesting way of doing lockpicking.
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you.
As my brother would say, it is for the greater good. The layers of rust will prevent any movement. This crank saw some use. There are a couple of marks on this end.
Great looking. I think my favorite one is like the Bethesda one, where it's like you pick the thing and then you jimmy it and then like you go to another side. The window open, does that mean anything? There it is, I didn't see that.
The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic. Well oiled and well maintained.
But it's a handprint.
Fit for a crank.
Do I need to go and grab the crank?
It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time.
worries, Kevin. Thank you so much for joining in and chatting with me for a bit. Yeah, it's probably almost time that I should probably go. But I'll see if I can finish this chapter. Or at least finish
A
whatever
hidden
the hell I'm
passage,
doing.
just as I expected.
Yep.
Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
Bonus? Oh. Why do I have a typewriter? So all of the investigation points lead to this shit. That's what that is. Oh my god.
Wait, what's happening?
Damn. Okay.
What is this place? Where am I? Strangely cold. Something is missing.
This
cannot have been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion?
The only way
Only way forward is the abyss. Strangely cold. Something is missing. Only way forward is the abyss. Phew, I didn't die.
Jesus.
It is icy cold and pulsating.
Well, that's what I need. Let's go!
My heart, be calm. Now I am somewhere else. How?
I understood. Oh. Oh.
It's harder to breathe here. What is that? It's like it stares tears right through me.
No. Question is, how do I... Oh. Yeah, okay, so that one wasn't A. There we go. Like, there has to be some way across, and it's gonna be fucking weird because it's Lovecraftian, so just jump into the mouth of whatever the fuck that thing is. That actually sealed it.
My head is already spinning. When will this end? There are 2 recesses.
Interesting.
On my head. What just happened? Ugh, the stench.
Ah.
A strange stone. It almost feels alive.
Do I just go into them randomly? Or is it just certain ones that... will actually let me through? God, I think I need to go into this one. There it is.
It's rather frustrating.
Oh, did it close?
Oh,
because
that is
I turned it
truly revolting. frozen and pulsing almost like it has a heart.
We're getting to the Cthulhu shit.
Did I get out? John?
What is it, Holmes?
Oh, okay. Who's the dead man on the altar? I didn't actually see.
Watson! Holmes, where are you? Holmes! Holmes! Are you all right?
Fine. Watson, I'm fine, thank you for asking.
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting. His abdomen is severely bloated. Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was strangled.
Is this Kimiko? Kimiha? Whatever?
Did you hear that, Watson?
I hear you.
It seems made for simple experiments. I wager they could not afford a better set. This box contained a narcotic substance, much like the one in Kimihia's brazier.
Oh, fuck. I need to stand up after this whole shit.
Black Edelweiss Institute, established 17-something. Someone got their hands dirty painting this with blood. An American passport. Amos Colby. At least 2 dozen
big
pendants,
thing.
all identical and made of tin. I've never seen a pattern like this before. Old blood stains.
The man on the altar was a private detective from Northwood Agency in Boston. Mr. Colby may have been investigating the disappearances before getting caught and killed by the perpetrators. Okay, so this is the end of the chapter for this one. So where have the abducted been sent to? I'm gonna go with that. Don't know why, but I'm gonna go with it. I don't think this is right. That is right though, so that's cool. Do these connect at all? No. Do these connect at all? Nothing connects, okay. So I need more information. Did I unlock something? I did, great. I ain't doing great. Oh. I think that's definitely that one first. But there's 5 of these?
Deep scratches left in a frenzy. A small bloodstain, but not serious. The strength it would take to carry this crate, let alone break it.
I think it is that one.
Miserable food, mass-produced.
Jesus Christ. It's a fucking crab in there.
Holmes, are you sure you've left no stone unturned?
Prick, don't... Shut the fuck
I
up.
must have seen this one before. That explains my hallucinations.
Right, yeah, sure.
These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed. Dumpra, a staple of lecturemen's attire in Nepal, gathered from dozens of people at the very least.
It would be that one because yeah.
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues. What on earth? It looks like the scribbling of madmen.
Yep, fuck it. It's totally a worshipping thing. Oh, did I see something there?
Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues. Someone used mud to draw a cross in a rectangle. Why? These clothes were crudely cut off someone. An American, judging by the style. Fine rope work, cut by a finer blade.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely that. I'm gonna validate. No, the first one's wrong.
Many people were brought to this place. Their abductors stripped off their clothes and discarded them in a pile. The prisoners were kept in a soporific trance by the use of narcotics. A few tried to resist, but alas, in vain. After a few days, everyone was stuffed in a crate and sent elsewhere. Only one captive was left behind. He was strangled to death on this altar.
This game is really interesting.
What the hell is happening, Holmes?
Calm yourself.
Cannot be. What is it? Oh my God.
Is that eels or something?
Please tell me we found all we needed to, Holmes.
I think we found a bit more than that.
Yet we have no clue as to where those people have been taken.
And that's where you're wrong, Watson. We have more than enough. I just need to connect the dots. How about you pack your suitcase in the meantime, my dear fellow? Just in case.
Okay, what? Yeah, Switzerland. I was thinking that because yeah, that's the Swiss flag. The abductees are headed for Black Edelweiss. Edelweiss Institute, established in 1700. It lies somewhere in Switzerland. Some key information for your case can be found in the archives. Open your casebook, see it, highlight evidence marked with an open book, press space to start researching the archives. Institute. Oh. Okay. Edelweiss Institute is in Interlaken, Switzerland. Established in 1789 by Professor Keller, the institute specializes in mental illnesses and addictions. It is currently by
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train.
I think I need sleep. Alright, that is the first 2 chapters done in just under 3 hours. I got stuck a few times.
As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss
just
alone.
2 times.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense.
But yeah.
You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Paget was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around? The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facility to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
It's Sherlock Holmes the Awakened. It's Lovecraftian, so you can probably see where where I went with that. Chapter 3, The Mountains of Madness. Fucking hell. The Edelweiss Institute. Alright, can I turn the game off, please? it's about fucking time. Alrighty. What bonuses have I gotten from that? Not much, okay. Okay. That was fantastic. How many chapters are there, actually? Ooh, okay. So there are 8 chapters all up. I've done the first 2. Interesting. Okay. It's a fantastic game. I will definitely be playing more of it on stream. I very much enjoyed it. I'll have a full series on stream. It's getting slowly to the chaos. It took its time, but obviously I had to learn everything about how to investigate and stuff, all of that stuff. And I think just every little mechanic they have in this game is just really well done, really well worked on. But I think that is also because they have got a couple Sherlock Holmes games already, so like they've built on that to this one. But of course, this one adds that Lovecraftian world to it with the madness that ensues. So yeah, I'm really loving it. I'm gonna, well, I mean that's why I stayed up until fucking AM. I could stay up longer, but I probably should go to sleep. But yeah, play more of it. I don't know what we'll be playing tomorrow. I will speak to the lads about it. And yeah, everyone stream, have a great day or not. And there'll be a YouTube video up as well tomorrow. Be interested in whatever the hell I play tomorrow. Otherwise, have a good one. Bye bye.